Breaking news. Nigerians react as Nigeria Appeal Court upholds ruling acquitting discharging IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. Says the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, should be arrested for the continued detention and torture of the IPOB leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It don't hurt so. The Appeal Court in Abuja, Nigeria's capital, has upheld the judgment acquitting and discharging the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. Chief Mike Uzeko Mesan, one of the lawyers representing the separatist leader on Monday, said the court upheld its ruling of October 13th, which sets Nnamdi Kanu free. The Nigerian government had sought a stay of execution on the ruling of the Court of Appeal, acquitting and discharging Nnamdi Kanu. The Appeal Court earlier set Nnamdi Kanu free and acquitted him of the charges of terrorism and treasonable felony against him. But on Monday, the Nigerian government approached the Appeal Court asking it to stay the execution of the judgment of October 13, which void the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. A three-man panel of justice held that such extraordinary rendition without hindrance to due process of the law, which was a gross violation of all international conventions, treaties, protocols, and guidelines that Nigeria is a signatory to, as well as a breach of the applicant's fundamental human rights. The appellate court further held that the government failed to refute the allegation that the IPOB leader was in Kenya and that he was adopted and brought back to the country without any extradition processes. On the ground, the appellate court held that the government was silent on the issue, which it described as very pivotal in determining whether the trial court would still have the jurisdiction to continue with the criminal proceedings before it. The appellate court judges held that the Nigerian government's action tainted the entire proceedings it initiated against Nnamdi Kanu and amounted to an abuse of criminal prosecution in general. The three-man judge therefore held that thus the court will never shy away from calling the executive to order when it takes towards executive recklessness. It accused the federal government of engaging in serious abuse of power. But the Nigerian government, in a notice of appeal filed before the appeals court, focused on 7 grounds which the Supreme Court wants the Supreme Court to stay the execution of the appellate court judgment. The government, other things, contains that the appellate court's panel held in law and occasioned a miscarriage of justice when it relied on the manner by which Nnamdi Kanu was renditioned from Kenya to Nigeria after he jumped bail in 2017 to quash the charges against him. It further insisted that the appeal court acted in error by striking out the charge against the IPOB leader on the premise that the trial judge no longer had the jurisdiction to handle the matter. The government, through the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, is therefore asking the Supreme Court to, in the interim, suspend the execution of the Court of Appeal verdict pending the hearing and determination of his appeal. Nigerians have reacted. Nigerians are now calling for the arrest and persecution of the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, says he is abusing power of office. Well, it's well said. Yeah, that is the truth. AGF Malami is acting like the god here. You understand? I have the cutlass, I have the yam, anyhow I like it, how it cuts. That is his position here. But this is really very wrong. Like what I always say, if this government can negotiate with bandits and Boko Haram who are killing Nigerians, who have made life horrible for Nigerians in the northern part of this country, we are talking about a region where people will pay levies before they could go to cultivate in their farms. And Nigerian government do not see these people as a threat. They will come tomorrow after they have killed enough, thousands of Nigerians, and tell Nigerian government that they are now a repentant soul. Then the government will now say, well done, drop your gun by the side. We see them dropping the gun, on the social media. Are they actually dropping those guns? Then the next thing, boom, they will be receiving salaries at the end of the month. They will give them house. Their children will be sent to school and all that. We are talking about terrorists. Then all their crimes will now be deleted. No trial. Nobody will ever try them. They are free, just like that. Now, if the federal government could do that, what stops them for sitting down with agitators and discuss? Then know the way forward. I don't think this is really very right. I don't think this is right. The way the federal government is actually taking the case of the IPOB leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Well, make we see wetin they go do for this matter. But that thing when they their mind, may they not try execute am. I'm dropping it here. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you.